As we begin this video, please look at the pinned comment. You'll see a random number there. It has been programmed to change periodically, but for now, commit this number to memory. Got it? Good. Now, how many hours do you think the average American spends on their smartphone each day? Pause the video and come to an answer before continuing. Welcome back. Now here's the answer. The answer to this question is actually irrelevant for the purpose of this video. Here's the real question. How can you be certain that the number in the pinned comment didn't subtly influence your answer? Can you confidently say that your response wasn't swayed, even just a little, by that arbitrary number? How would you even know if your mind was influenced by that number? Is it possible that your brain made a connection between the two without you realizing it? The truth is, human minds are constantly being shaped by external influences, often without your conscious awareness. One of the most powerful of these influences is known as the anchoring bias. Anchoring bias occurs when an initial piece of information or anchor influences your judgments and decisions, even if that anchor is completely irrelevant to the task at hand. This bias has been demonstrated in countless studies, and its effects can be profound. For example, during a job interview, the first salary figure mentioned, whether by the employer or the candidate, will serve as an anchor. If the employer mentions a salary range starting at $60,000, the candidate will likely adjust their expectations and negotiation strategy around this anchor, even if the actual market value for the position is higher. But this isn't just related to job negotiations. In a series of studies conducted in 2006, legal experts, individuals with years of rigorous training, were subtly influenced by random numbers in their sentencing decisions. These mere anchors, arbitrarily set, swayed their judicial judgments in ways that should be alarming. These weren't just any participants. These were experienced legal professionals, trained to be objective, to weigh evidence carefully, and to resist bias. Yet, when presented with sentencing demands that were blatantly determined at random by literal dice throws, these experts still anchored their decisions to these arbitrary numbers. Their sentencing decisions assimilated toward these random anchors despite their irrelevance to the case at hand. Expertise and experience did not reduce this effect. The legal experts' minds, honed by years of practice, were still susceptible to this basic cognitive trick. Now, consider this. If seasoned legal professionals can be so easily swayed by random numbers in their own field of expertise, what hope do the masses have? In a world where persuasion is a science, where every choice you make is analyzed and exploited, how can you expect the average person to resist the sophisticated techniques employed by marketers, politicians, and social media algorithms? Studies have even tried to eliminate anchoring, but the effects persist. In one study, individuals were explicitly informed that anchoring would contaminate their responses and that they should do their best to correct for that. Yet, regardless of how they were informed, all of the experimental groups still reported higher estimates than the control group. Despite being aware of the anchoring effect, most are still unable to avoid it. Even when offered monetary incentives to resist the anchoring bias, most are still unable to effectively adjust from the anchor. Intelligence, knowledge, experience, money, all powerless against the anchoring effect. You are part of a larger system, one that is constantly influencing and shaping your decisions without your conscious awareness. So, the next time you make a decision, consider the myriad of influences at play. Acknowledge that your choices, while feeling deliberate in the moment, are being swayed by countless subtle anchors. And yet, paradoxically, knowing this likely changes very little. For even the knowledge of this bias is powerless to stop it.